Okay, this isn't going to be a big production, but I thought that this was kind of not so much hypocritical, but what it shows about the movie industry. Now, what this traces back to is that I watch Patsy Cline videos. Okay, and so they started showing up on YouTube other things by Patsy Cline, and so it also showed up about LeAnne Rimes doing the song Blue. Okay, now I'm going to tell you the truth. I had no idea. I had never even heard the song Blue, nor did I know who LeAnne Rimes was. And so this started showing up on my screen, and I clicked on it, and it got excellent video. What a singer. And I think, God, this was out, and I must have just been busy or something. I don't remember anything about it. But the point is, also on YouTube and elsewhere, these videos come up, and I have noticed a couple of them that said the pedophile industry was so prevalent going way back, almost 100 years. Even Shirley Temple, the movies, not her, it wasn't her, but the movies were being shown to the pedophiles in the local houses way back, 1925. And so I have run across that. I have seen that. And they say it's very prevalent in society and in the movie industry. And so I want to point something out that it's hard to talk about, because what do you say? How can you talk about it there? Because a person could say, well, what are you saying? Is that you think that this shouldn't be a crime or whatever. So for that reason, nobody says anything. But here's what I think is funny now. Now, hear me out and look at this. Okay, now this is what's in the news every day. For our whole lives, it is. Somebody gets arrested for underage, and they can be sent to prison for 20 years, possibly to be killed in prison. And they'll just say, well, we'll get you killed because we'll tell people you had sex with an underage girl, and you'll be killed in prison, which often happens. Okay, so this billionaire Jeffrey Epstein, is accused. And, he was accused of having sex with girls as young as 14. Well, LeAnne Rimes did the song Blue when she was 13. And so I'm not saying no, that means you should be allowed to do anything you want if they're 13 or 14. That's not the point. The point is the way that it's marketed by the movie industry, the video industry, is overly sexual. And then they whip people into a frenzy with this young sex, and then wonder why people go out and these rapes occur, and people are buying sex and doing this and that and the other thing. In other words, I think hypocritical is the term. I'm not sure, but now look at this. Okay, now the song Blue comes out, and then I'll put these pictures in here. Don't worry about trying to look at the screen. But here's off of Wikipedia that describes when the album came out. 1996, I think. She was 13. Okay, she was 13. Now look at what it says. That the album wouldn't hardly even been noticed. Such raw, old-fashioned country music, it wouldn't have been noticed without such a big, twangy, sexy voice at the center. Wouldn't be making such a stir if LeAnne Rimes weren't 13. You see that? You see what I'm saying? In other words, this Wikipedia article is not knocking it. They're saying that the big thing was LeAnne Rimes being so hot and sexy at 13. Now let me show you this. Okay, there we have it. LeAnne Rimes, 13 years old. And how was the video done? She was put forward as the hottest sex symbol of the year. That's exactly how the video was done. The teenage kids were sitting flexing their muscles while she sized them up, smiling at the swimming hole. And she's 13. Technically, you're not even supposed to be able to say that she's sexy. and yet the video was done as a sex video, and that's exactly what it was, and that was in 1996. She was 13. When they recorded the video, she could have been 12. She could have been 12 when they were setting up and doing the video. It was released when she was 13. Now look at the pictures here. Okay, well that's Lolita, 1962. A movie where the guy moves in and gets married to the landlord to be able to get at the young daughter, who I think was 15 or 16. Okay? Look at the cover. That's the front of the movie. You see the heart-shaped glasses peering out from the glasses? Now look at what we got. Peering out from the glasses. Now this is how they ended the video. They ended the video an exact copy of Lolita, and they did it on purpose. They did it on purpose. See the heart-shaped ring? That's a good video, well sung, but what I'm saying is that it pervades the video, the movie industry, that they put forward this young sex, and then people get put in prison or killed or locked up. That billionaire, he gets life. And yet nothing is said about the movie industry, the video industry is putting and pushing this young sex. She was 13. Look at what they did. Also, another example, like in Shirley Temple, that in the movies, they use certain numbers that it turned out were taken from Lolita. For instance, the room number in a Shirley Temple movie back then, sure, they were shorts done as kind of comedies, but they used certain numbers to show that they were referring to Lolita. For instance, the number of the room that they used in a motel. And so throughout these movies, they do use the pedophile codes, and they trace a lot of it to Lolita and using similarities. Look at what they did. Look at what they did. Now, Bill Mack, his last name is Mack. I think it's Bill Mack. He wrote Blue, and Patsy Cline was supposed to record it if she hadn't gotten killed in a plane crash. Well, he's very religious and still alive in Texas. Now, I wonder how he thinks that when this video came out, that it was used as a 13-year-old sex symbol. In other words, that would be classified as pedophile. Now, I wonder how he thinks of that. But anyway, that's my thing. That's why I did this video. There's just something very wrong with the country. There's something I don't know. It's not right. But this here is bullshit. See there? They use Lolita. That's how the video ends. Look at it. Look at the official Blue video with LeAnne Rimes. That's how they end the video. Is the final scene is Lolita. You tell me that ain't bullshit.